Welcome to Sculpture Studios. Here, Aden was approached by Matt George from the Royal Air Force Museum. As part of a launch for the last Winter Olympics a few years ago, Matt wanted some figures made for an exhibit. He asked for 3 sportsmen participating in 3 popular events in dynamic and iconic poses. He wanted an airborne skier, a swimmer doing the butterfly stroke, and a hurdler mid-stride in the air. For both the runner and the swimmer, we were only going to create half the body, and the client marked a tape line on the original reference to show where he wanted the figures to be coming out of the walls. They were first blocked out and carved from polystyrene, as this is a quick and lightweight material to use, and then we've cut up patches of scrim muslin cloth and applied it straight onto the surface with a fire check paint. We make sure we overlap and crosshatch for extra strength, particularly on the weaker areas like the arms and the legs. The scrim material gives the polystyrene a slightly tougher shell in case they're knocked or touched, and it doesn't add too much weight. We make sure we keep it all nice and neat so we don't lose any of the original detail in the polystyrene carving. Unlike the swim and the hurdler where they're coming out of the walls, the ski is going to be suspended from the ceiling, so Aden's fitted wooden blocks inside the back, and he's added 3 eyelets that will allow it to hang on strings. We need to make sure these are all fixed in and secure so that nobody has a skier come crashing down on top of them while they're walking underneath it through the exhibit. Small alterations can still be made at this stage, so Aden's just going over and checking everything once again with fresh eyes and double checking all the proportions and muscle structures are correct. On the back of both the swimmer and the hurdler, Aden's adding an MDF board so that they've got a nice strong base each to be attached to the wall. He's using a PU foam as a glue for the polystyrene and he squidges it all together. The whole sculptures are then painted with white obliteration paint. This covers all the brown tan colour of the fire check paint, and it gives it a nice water-based bottom layer in case they wanted to artwork them anytime in the future, but we think they're just going to keep them white. Providing these aren't knocked or damaged, they should remain perfectly intact for the duration of the exhibition, and they can always be retouched later if anything does happen. The finishing touches to the paint are being done, and the skis and poles are added to the skier to complete the sculpture. Here they are all finished, with Aden recapping some of the details.
Here we have all the figures, just carved in polystyrene. And they're given a blanket coat of scrim, so they're nice and light, relatively. And in the base here, put a nice board, and then they can screw through from the front side of here and fix it up. I think they've only got to last a very short time on exhibition. But this one's going to be coming out of the wall. It's a swimmer. Got the skier. And he's got 3 hooks here, eyelets, so it can be hung up as if he's floating through the air, and the skis get fixed on that afterwards. And the poles can come off for transportation as well. And we'll put tubes in the hand so they can fix back on. Also on this runner, he's coming out of the wall as if he's coming through it as well. Nice and strong, relatively light, but it should work well.
These sculptures were delivered to site and they're set up on location, and considering they were only meant to be positioned for the brief time of the exhibition, the client contacted us recently and mentioned that they're still up on display to the public today, so it worked out really well. It's nice to get some carving work in polystyrene, as it's a medium Aden prefers, and it's good to work for the RAF. They mentioned that they might have a couple of up-and-coming projects in the future, and now a couple of years later, they've come back to us with another piece of art. Please feel free to leave any comments below as they're always appreciated, and hit the subscribe button for our latest videos. You can like Sculpture Studios on Facebook, and for more of our work, visit sculpturestudios.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching.